All right, so we're just orbiting over Cal Speedway. We checked out Ontario, and now we're on our way over to San Bernardino, which is a pretty unique airport for what it is. And it is right up against another airport, an untowered airport, Redlands. So we're going to go check that out, and we're going to ignore the gigantic fire-related TFR in the area. Holy crap. And we're going to go check out to see what San Bernardino and Redlands looks like in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Ontario Mills and the Speedway look awesome. So let's see what San Bernardino looks like. SoCal approach. Good evening, Aerobat 204 Lima Echo 2300 just off of Auto Club Speedway. We're inbound to San Bernardino. We have information Zulu.
Cessna Aerobat 204 Lima Echo SoCal approach. Good evening.
Brandon, yes, I do fly in SoCal, and I have been to Catalina quite a bit. I love that airport. On our way to San Bernardino, so we're going out, kind of getting close to desert area. I mean, Inland Empire is pretty deserty. San Bernardino Airport has a very desert feel to it. There is a plane boneyard there currently, thanks to the vid. But it's also a big cargo hub, so it has this weird duality of big cargo planes and light airplanes as well. And it's, like I said, butt up against to Redlands, so the airspace is a little bit flattened. It's kind of a unique delta. If you want to look at what the airspace looks like, it looks like that. All right, right on. Flying to Catalina tomorrow. That's awesome. Are you flying yourself? Do you have anybody with you? Got a lot of tips, frankly, but it just kind of depends on how you're getting there. I would definitely recommend going to Point Furman and then cutting across. But also, if you join the Discord, there are many CFIs, many pilots that have been there numerous times that can help as well. But happy to help. Flying there with my CFI, it's an SR22. Okay, so yeah, definitely what I would recommend is doing the Special Flight Rules transition southbound.
4 Echo traffic, 3 o'clock, 2 miles westbound, 2,500 VFR, type of no.
We'll be looking out for that traffic, Aerobat 204 Lima Echo. Yeah, I would do special...
Lima Echo, it's about 3 o'clock at a mile.
Negative contact, Aerobat 204 Lima Echo. Which direction is he heading?
Westbound, just behind you, about 2,500.
I will be looking Aerobat 204 Lima Echo. I would do the Special Flight Rules transitions...
Lima Echo, it's about 4 o'clock now, probably behind you, no factor.
Roger that, 4 Lima Echo, thanks. Special Flight Rules...
further traffic between you and San Bernardino. Radio service terminated. You remain on your beacon code and contact tower 119.45.
We'll keep the beacon code 1945, Aerobat 204 Lima Echo. Talk to you later.
See you a bit.
See you. No, okay. Yeah, sorry, Braden. Special Flight Rules transition southbound 3,500. Cross over Torrance. Once you hit Point Furman, cut across to... Catalina. I would actually even climb from 3,500. If you can get up to 5,500 feet, that'll cut down your wet footprint even more. It's a very simple runway. Stay as high as you can on final. You don't want to come in too low, otherwise you can hit some downdrafts on short final. But other than that, it's a pretty simple. You want to minimize your wet footprint and shade on the high side. Be mindful of the little hump over the airport. You've got more runway than you think you have. San Bernardino traffic, good evening. Aerobat 204 Lima Echo, 8 miles to the west, just over the 210 freeway. Information Zulu, like a touch and go. We're going to be heading to Redlands to the east on the go.
Number 204 Lima Echo, San Bernardino Tower, enter right downwind runway 24, clear touch and go.
All right, right downwind runway 24, clear touch and go, Aerobat 204 Lima Echo. Yeah, I would recommend crossing the water from Torrance. Yeah, and Point Furman is pretty close to Torrance. You'll just have to cross over Palos Verdes. But as soon as you leave the coastal route transition, if you start to climb up, be careful of the Bravo shelf. But you should be good to go. What's a wet footprint? GeoChief, a wet footprint is the amount of time that if you had an engine out, you're going to be wet. So if you have ForeFlight, you know, that little glide ring that you get, if that glide ring is only touching water, then that is your wet footprint. You have a wet footprint at that point. Sergeant Gumbles, thank you very much for following. You're actually doing the ATC. That's cool. Yeah, so this is PilotEdge, and PilotEdge is a plugin that adds online air traffic control. Big G, thank you for following. So this is a real-life person. It's a paid subscription service. They're very trained in this airspace. This is the airspace that I fly in real life, and you could not tell the difference between them and the real-world air traffic control. So yeah, it's unbelievable service. It saved me thousands of dollars in my flight training. It's really, really great. Flying Monkey, how's it going? And speaking of real world air traffic control, not to out you, Flying Monkey, I won't mention what airport you work at, but Flying Monkey in the chat is a real world terminal controller, air traffic controller. If you want to say where you work, Flying Monkey, I won't. But if you do say it, I will continue on with that knowledge. But the SoCal is such a complex airspace. It's so difficult to learn how to fly, and the use of PilotEdge helped me cut down on the amount of time that I needed in the real plane learning how to do all this stuff. Saved a bunch of money, and it is fantastic to recreate these flights in the sim that I've done in the real world, and vice versa. I still don't know which one's more fun. Yeah.
Caution.
How good do I have to be until I use that, so I'm not annoying people? There's a lot of material online. There's a lot of ways to do that. There's a trial period. There's a rating system. There's all kinds of ways, but yeah, if you have the motivation to do it, it's, you know, you can do it. It's fantastic. There's less things to worry about. It's just a great way to do it. Is PilotEdge in the sim? Yeah, PilotEdge is an add-on to the sim. So it's its own plugin. It works for X-Plane, P3D, FSX, and now Flight Simulator 2020. So whichever simulator you have, it'll work for it. But you know, it doesn't come with the sim. It is a paid paid service. This looks exactly like it. We actually crossed over the tower. We're entering a right downwind for 2-4, and we had whoever we were following. We went like all the way out to these mountains. It was crazy. Palomar looks good, John. Yeah, Palomar definitely looks good. Yeah. Okay, so there is a beam. San Bernardino Tower, Aerobat 204, Lima Echo. We're left down, or right downwind, runway 24.
Lima Echo, runway 24, clear for the option.
Cleared option 24, Aerobat 204, Lima Echo. So that doesn't look so great. That looks a little bit better. Can we snap this? Can I pull this off without? good right there. Okay, crap. Cleared option. Full flaps. All right, coming down. When you use PilotEdge, does it interact with other traffic in any way? Is it like all one shared space? Yes, it's all one shared space, so we do have traffic. It does act as a multiplayer server, which is great natively in flight sim, especially versus X-Plane. So yeah, it's all one shared world. So you can have a buddy on X-Plane flying, and you can be in FSX, and another buddy could be in P3D, someone else with 2020,
500.
and you can all utilize the same shared space, which is really great. So we have another airport that is really flat, which is kind of a bummer. None of those hangars are being drawn. There is nothing that resembles the real world airport here, except for the actual layout and the surrounding area. That's going to give it. I haven't even touched down, and I'm already about to grade it. That was pretty good from outside looking back. Okay, it's not bad. Yeah, this is super flat. I mean, that looks like you put in an ortho on X-Plane and forgot to reorganize your INI file. That's just totally flat. Okay, San Bernardino, you get, for lack of a control tower, lack of infield hangars, and one generic big building,
Echo Romeo,
you get a D+. That is sad.
Cruise altitude at 7,500 with information Zulu, and sorry about earlier, PC crashed.
Alright, 6 Echo Romeo, make a straight ground departure, frequency 118.
The grass looks good. Yeah, this is San Bernardino. That sucks.
Departure frequency 118.8, squawk 2427. November 8, 82 figure Romeo.
6 Echo Romeo, you're back, correct.
San Bernardino Tower, Aerobat 204 Lima Echo. We're going to be headed to Redlands. Request right downwind departure for pattern entry into Redlands.
Report Echo, that's approved as requested, and frequency change approved. Good day.
Frequency change approved, Aerobat 204 Lima Echo. See ya.
See you later.
See ya. What is the purpose of a touch and go? It is super fun, Sergeant Gumbles. So there's a couple of reasons. Like Ryan said, day currency. That's one option, but it's fun. It's fun to do. And when I was first learning how to fly, before I really got into it, I thought it was so weird to have to fly in a circle, not going anywhere. I never understood that. And once I started actually doing it, it is so fun to learn how to land and then perfect your technique for landing, that pattern work can be just as fun, if not more fun, than flying somewhere. And if you're looking at aviation from kind of an arm's length away and imagining flying places or traveling long distances, it seems crazy to go to the airport, pre-flight the plane, book the plane, go through all that crap, and not go anywhere. But the reality is, the actual act of flying, and the act of landing in particular, is so much fun that pattern work ends up being a staple in your flying. It's hard to imagine until you've actually done it, but landing is really that much fun. Yeah. It's hard to explain. It really is hard to explain. You have to do it in order to appreciate not only how important the practice is, but also just how much fun it can be in general. and I need to stop promoting pattern work. If you fly out of a particular Ryan, no, he does not. If you fly out of a particular Southern California airport, pattern work does not help. You're good at landing. Don't worry about it. Move on. Go fly someplace else. Let's go. Let's go someplace else.
It is looking like restricted area 2508.
Hey, you'll have to go and look at the operating hours for the restricted area or the mower, whatever it is.
Flight X52, this new processor is a beast.
You need to get in there.
I love it. It crushes video rendering. It's doing pretty well for the sim also. Yeah, it's been really good. It's been really good. Now, I will say which airport Flying Monkey does not work at, and that's the airport that we just went to 2 stops ago, which is Ontario. They do like the operations. Flight, I got the Ryzen 9 3900X. And it's a beast. Yes, also if you're flying on PilotEdge and not doing the Cat 3, then you've already done your allotted landings. Please go away. Dude, pattern work on PilotEdge is super fun. Redlands traffic, Aerobat 204 Lima Echo entering a left downwind for runway standby. 26, Redlands. One of the biggest cock teases in all of aviation is putting Hangar 24 across the street from Redlands Airport. Oh my god. They've got great beer and the two don't mix. This is where you get your safety pilot and you say, let's go to Redlands the next 2 weekends. I fly out first and you fly out the second time. So right traffic for Redlands is reserved for fixed wing, left traffic is reserved for rotorcraft. And there is Redlands, and I can already tell you what I'm going to give this airport, and it might shock you. Coming up next. 1066 gig is my graphics card, so that is due for an upgrade. Redlands traffic, Aerobat 204 Lima Echo turning right base, runway 26, Redlands. And now we're inside the TFR for the non-existent fire. I know. All the lights are just on non-stop on this. It's freaking crazy. Redlands traffic, Aerobat 204 Lima Echo, final runway 26, stop and go, Redlands. You're making me want to just take it out for a day to do patterns. Yeah, oh Ryan, you definitely should take them out to compare the two. They're so different, man. Break time over. All right, Flying Monkey, have a good one. I will pull up liveatc.net and listen to you here pretty soon. Thanks, man. Thanks for choosing me for your break time entertainment. I love it. Okay, I actually we're gonna pretend like we hit center line. Holy frick. What are those? Oh, Redlands, I was going to give you such a good score because you looked so simple. You have no control tower to forget. And then you go ahead and you do this to me, dude. What in God's name is supposed to go in that? All right, let's check out Hangar 24. But the frick, yeah, this is Hangar 24. If you're a beer drinker and also like airplanes, you probably have heard of Hangar 24. This is a low-res tile, so it actually just looks like a little house, but you can see if we zoom up here, that little circular thing is a silo, and then you've got the little loading dock for the delivery truck, and then the dirt parking lot for the actual brewery. So that's where Hangar 24 is. This sucks. Right here is where the, I don't know, clubhouse, you want to call it, whatever, has a cool little overhang with the CTAF frequency over the speakers. What am I hearing? Is someone taxing? Somebody sniping us? Dude, a really tall, skinny plane. What the actual frick is that building supposed to do? What are you supposed to be? So the one building, the one actual hangar that has like hangar-sized doors is that abomination. Okay. Thank you, Redlands, for looking like that. Secret Labs? It could be a Secret Labs. Yeah, it sounded like a turboprop in beta. Nice eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wings stacked onto one another. Seems legit. Oh, my PilotEdge trace looks... Speaking of legit. Holy crap. Okay, yeah, that looks terrible. So that is San Bernardino and Redlands. We're gonna give San Bernardino, what I say, a D+, and Redlands also gets a D. It's a little bit less because it's weirder. That's kind of